Hey KJ.
Yo, AG.
Ooh, hey, you got a new microphone?
I got a Yeti. So, if y'all can't tell, I'm not in my normal background. I got this weak ass office that I'm sitting in right now, and I forgot my microphone in Seattle. I really forgot my computer. This is my wife's computer I'm on. So I had to stop by Best Buy a couple hours ago, got me a Yeti. So had to come through for the show. Had to come through. How you doing, man? How's your weekend?
Man, it was good, man. I just before I know a lot of stuff we're gonna cover, but Pops tripping. He wanna know if they still them boys. Are they still them boys?
It's who
Them
still them
boys.
boys?
Cowboy, they still them boys.
They never were. They ain't been them boys since I was 5 years old. They ain't been them boys since I was in kindergarten.
I hope there are Cowboy fans watching this because this is a question I got for you. If you're listening right now, you got some Cowboy friends and fans. Ask them this one question. Have they been to a Super Bowl in this century?
When last time they been to an NFC championship?
Goodness.
Fucking Jerry Jones. We gonna get to the Cowboys. We gonna get to the Cowboys. We'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Jerry Jones they ain't been good since Brown versus the Board of Education.
Oh. Jerry Jones in the 70s. That was in the 70s.
No, it was before that. It was before that in the 60s. Okay, real quick, before we get to the playoffs, people keep coming up to me. They keep asking me, and I don't know if you've answered this. And they keep saying, hey, why wasn't KJ at the dinner? The dinner, Coach Pete Carroll, all those guys was at Legion.
Yeah.
Legion in
Yeah.
Bellevue, Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman's restaurant. They want to know, this is your platform.
Yeah.
Why weren't you there?
I got a phone call today from my barber. He said, hey, man, I looked at the picture. Where was you at? Where was you at?
Right.
And I was not there because of this show. This was a moment for the city. Did I want to go say goodbye to Coach, say thank you, hang with the fellas? Absolutely. But I know how much this means to the city of Seattle, to the fan base, and to hear from me to thousands and thousands of people. I feel like I owe them a responsibility as well. And so I love my coach. We good. I'm gonna see him. And but my wife, she did get mad at me. Nat did get mad at me. She's like, why didn't you go to the why didn't you? I said, babe, I got the show to do. I got the show to do. Plus you went to the airport to take your parents to the airport. So it's all good. It's all good.
All right, you might have to back up from that mic because that mic,
I'm too
that
loud.
mic picking.
Oh.
Yeah, that mic picking up everything.
Okay. Let me back up.
Okay, now before we move on, I'm gonna ask you this with all due respect. Now, I want to ask you about something that was said because you know the Brock and Salk show, the show that you be on. Pete Carroll did an interview with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in that interview, he says something. And can I read it to you?
Go ahead. Chief.
Because I want to know. Because I want you to help me out with this. Okay.
Go ahead.
So, when asked if Pete Carroll had an idea that the meetings would go the way that they did, Carroll said he knew he'd been challenged. He says, quote, every year it feels like that you're going to be challenged by opinions that are kind of media opinions. Because what else do people have when you're outside of the game, he said. How could you know other than what you guys talk about on the radios and what the articles say and what the pundits are drawing conclusions on? That's why you have to go in realizing that that's what you're dealing with and then try to talk through to get to the essence of the stuff. That's always going to be a challenge because when you don't have legitimate dyed-in-the-wool football people calling the shots, then you have to try to make sense of it, just like we try to make sense of it for your audience. It's no different. First of all, shout out to Brock and Salk Show for doing the interview. I thought they did a good job. So I wanted to read that to you, and I want to ask you something. Is there sometimes media narratives that when you guys are in the building, that you guys look at the media or you look at the fans and you be like, y'all don't know what you're talking about? I mean, you don't.
1,000,000,000%.
Okay.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. We see tweets. We hear stuff on the radio. We see stuff on TV. And guys, they create the picture. Media creates the picture for the fans, right? Because the fans don't have anything else. All they know is what they hear and what they see when it's spoken about. And let's just talk about me. Let's just use KJ Wright, for example. Some stuff, I go to the building sometimes, talk to the guys, about XYZ. Majority of the stuff that I spoke about this season was right in our faces, was right in everybody's faces. And I also talked about what I saw on the film, right? And so I didn't try to create this narrative. I didn't try to paint this picture and I tried to pull something out my ass. I spoke about what I saw. And to speak about Coach Carroll and this football team with guys like Bobby, guys like Quandre, guys that I play ball with Tyler and DK. I said this last week. I gotta call a spade a spade. If I see something, I gotta be authentic. I gotta be true to the listeners. Because if I fake the funk, Mud's gonna see right through it. And I can't make everybody happy, but it was hard for me to hear that what Coach Carroll said, because I am a part of that show. And when I was right in the trenches with him for a decade, now I'm on the outside speaking about him.
Okay. So as I've been in the media, getting ready to go on 10 years right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me just give you my view, and then you tell me the view from a pro athlete standpoint. Fair?
Yeah.
So it feels like that, look, no doubt about it. Most of us in the media, including myself, we've never played the game. We have, there's things that we don't understand. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's some things that happen right in front of our faces, right? So if and when the media is right on the topic, it feels like you athletes come out and be like, they don't know what they're talking about. It feels like the default answer from you athletes are, y'all don't know what you're talking about. So is there ever a time that y'all be like, you know what, media? You're right. You got us. Is there ever a time, or is it just always default, y'all don't know what you're talking about?
Never. You don't ever go to a media person and be like, hey, man, you wrote a fire article. Hey, man, you were spot on with your opinion. Oh, what you saw, 2 thumbs up, buddy. Oh, what's going on with this background?
What the heck?
That caught me by surprise. Anyway, our producer
go
some
ahead.
funny stuff.
Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
G. You don't get you did a good job. The only thing that we gave the media people is, hey, I saw what you said about me. I totally disagree with you. I would appreciate it if you do a better job in representing me and my football team. I swear to you, that's the only thing that players give to the media. You don't ever give them a pat on the damn back saying you wrote a fire article about me.
So,
Just stay quiet.
Okay. So when I say back to you, it feels like you, the pro athlete, and other pro athletes, the default is y'all don't know what you're talking about. Is that fair?
Yeah, or it's either y'all don't know what you're talking about, or I didn't like what you said about me. I didn't like what you said about me, or y'all don't know what you're talking about.
Can you
But here's
take us back? Go ahead.
But here's the thing, G. Saying that to me, saying that to someone that played the game, that know what it looks like, got a Pro Bowl, got a Super Bowl, it's hard to tell KJ all day he don't know what he's talking about. And so we could have a discussion, we could have a conversation, a dialogue, but I don't think I'll ever hear those words come to me.
Okay. I'm done with that topic. Thank you. And
Are you
thank
sure?
you for keeping.
Because I didn't think you was coming from that angle to start this show off.
No, because no. I mean, because the thing is times this is when I know I got your undivided attention. You ain't got nobody. It's just me and you. And so sometimes these conversations need to be had, and they're conversations where I want to ask you because look, if players and people see that damn G Scott don't know what the hell he talking about, fair, cool. You know what, you're right. But I'll ask you this though. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'll ask you this. I know that Jamal Adams did not show up the last 3 games of the season, and I've been around this team for 20 years, and I ain't never seen that. So is that still G don't know what he's talking about? I mean, these are things, this ain't no secret. These are things that happen right in the face. So when I see that, and then I see that Jamal was at the dinner, I say to myself, maybe I just don't understand. Maybe I don't understand, KJ, and I'll admit that.
You made me take a sip of water on that one. All right, can we get to this wild card weekend?
Yeah, let's do that.
Can we get to the wild card weekend?
Yeah.
I'm a talk of the town. Who's coming in for the Seahawks head coach? Who's coming in to be the savior? Who's coming in to lead this franchise for the next few years? I stood on the table. I said, my God, DQ, get your mind right Saturday night. Get your mind right Saturday. I went and got a T-shirt made. And God dang, what they go to sleep thinking about Saturday night? What they go to sleep thinking about Saturday night?
I don't know. They must have been thinking about something because their mind didn't get right on Saturday night, but they showed up at Cowboy Stadium and throw the damn towel. They got their asses whipped. So
It was
look at that. Look at that. The damn Cowboys ain't been nowhere in this whole century. So I'm gonna ask you this. You told us, you said hat on backwards. You said that the defense of the Dallas Cowboys. You said that's what it is. Man, they went out there. Jordan Love went there and just carved them boys up like a
Dyson. Put it on. So I'm still standing. Oh, let's just talk about the Cowboys so we get the DQ. I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say it as long as I live. The Dallas Cowboys will never, I repeat, never win a Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is the face of this organization.
Ooh, hot take. Hot take.
I see it every single year. The pressure, the media attention. Just, oh my God, it's our year. Oh my God, we haven't done it since Troy Aikman. Oh my God, we haven't done it since Michael Irvin. Every single year, that dark shadow is over this Cowboys franchise back. That star on that helmet gets bigger and bigger and bigger the closer we get to playoff time. And I just see like Jerry Jones. It's just something about he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. But just something about what he built in Jerry's world, what he built in Dallas, they can't handle it. They cannot handle it. And I just saw 32 points. That's some BS. Them was garbage points. They got their ass beat today. Them was garbage points today. And as long as Jerry Jones is there, there's just too much pressure for this Cowboys football team. Way too much.
These Cowboys, every single year, it's the same thing. I got to give it to Jackson's dad. Hit me up today. Mata, what did I tell you? Let me tell you what Mata said. And I wanted to take a video so we can show it. Mata said the best thing. Mata said the Dallas Cowboys are the bully that you grow up with in the neighborhood. Everybody thinks they the bully, but you grew up with that bully and you know he's soft. He said everybody think the Dallas Cowboys is this. He said the Dallas Cowboys do exactly the same thing year in and year out. They act all big and bad, but you didn't grew up with them and you know they soft. You know they used to wet the bed. You know they got some, you know what I'm saying? You know that bully that you a bully.
They got some insecurities. They got some insecurities.
You got some insecurity. You used to wet the bed. No one used to pee on yourself. Man, you ain't no damn bully, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys are.
Okay, so let's talk about this defense today. The defense, Dan Quinn defense gave up 48 points. 48 points today. And I'm still standing on it. I still
What you standing on? You ain't standing on business. You ain't standing on business.
I want Dan Quinn as our head coach this upcoming football season. Top 5 defense. We can't be reactionary, G. This your problem. This is what I noticed about you. You're reactionary. Oh, they gave up this many points. Let's just throw the damn towel. Let's just have a new game plan. No. This man had 2 all-pros on this defense, Deron Bland and Micah Parsons. This was a top 5 defense this football season. They've been a top 10 defense the past 3 years since DQ came on the scene. He is someone that this organization is familiar with. You know what you're getting. You're getting a phenomenal leader, a phenomenal man that know how to lead guys, a guy that know the X's and O's. Today was a disaster, complete disaster, but I'm still trusting that Dan Quinn can help get this franchise to where they want to be.
I agree with you. I agree that I can be emotional. I agree that of the 2 on this show, you are the most level-headed. And so I apologize for being emotional. So let me calm down for a second. First, let me say this. Dan Quinn being the head coach is like getting rid of the husband and then bringing in his brother into the house. That's how I feel. And since you really want to talk, I mean, it's the same culture, right? It's the same thing. We're going to get the competitions. We're going to get the same peak theory and philosophy there. But since you want to say I'm emotional, fair enough. Let's go back to when 2015 to 2020, when DQ was the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. You want to know how those defenses went to? You know what? You're right. They did go to a Super Bowl. Glad you brought that up. We'll get to that in a second. They were 28th in EPA per play allowed from 2015 to 2020. Their defense was not that great. As a matter of fact, the last season in 2020, they started off the season 0-5. The first season when he was there, they were 8-8. But then after the 8-8 season, during that time, they hired an offensive coordinator by the name of Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan, you know what he did? You don't want to know what he did with that team? That team
I played against him, I know.
It was 11-5. It was the highest scoring offense in the league, and they did that with Matt Ryan.
Who's nice? Who's nice? Don't try Matt Ryan like that.
I'm not okay. Fair. My apologies.
Yeah.
But while we're talking about defenses, that was an offensive team, KJ.
Okay.
I'm trying to see all of this defense, and today they just got carved. They got absolutely carved like Salisbury steak.
So what we're saying is really the same thing. We said this last week. If you're going to be a defensive head coach, you have to nail the offensive coordinator. Can we agree to that?
Yes. So and I'm telling you back that today's day, it's the offensive guy. You need an offensive minded head coach. Are you seeing what's out here today? Are you seeing these offenses that we got to see?
Gee, no. We just saw what DeMeco Ryans did yesterday. Put up 45 points. We're gonna see what Mike Tomlin does tomorrow. And so when it comes to hiring a head coach, G, You gotta nail this. You gotta nail this, and he has got to be able to lead young men. He has got to be able to instill discipline in the organization. To hell with calling good plays. To hell with that. When shit start getting wild and crazy, who gonna put their foot down? You can't just call your way out of discipline.
I don't want this to come. I don't want this to come back on me. I like DQ personally. I think he's a great dude, and if he does end up being the head coach, then great. But I'm gonna stand on it right here. I'm telling you, I feel like that is a comfortable. We're gonna play it safe type of hire. You got folks coming over to eat dinner, and baby, what you gonna make? I'm just gonna make the spaghetti with the meatballs because I want to play it safe. You know what I mean? Sometimes man, that's not right now. That ain't it. If we wanted to get safe, we could do some other things.
So you saying if we hire DQ, we ain't going for it? We're not going for it.
No, I don't feel it.
You know a name that's starting to creep.
You safe right now. You safe. I'm disappointed in you.
I ain't
you
safe,
bro.
No, I feel I'm convicted with that. I'm convicted with that.
You call me emotional. You called me emotional after seeing that. Did you see Jordan Love? Did you see what Jordan Love just did to that damn defense? He
put up Jordan Love stats. Put up Jordan Love stats. Put up his stats.
Look at that. He was 16 for 21, 272 yards, 3 TDs.
Is that a perfect QBR passer rating? Damn.
Yeah, I'm emotional. Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'm damn right I'm emotional. And I'm gonna stay that way. You go ahead and you stay logical. I'll stay emotional. You stay logical and safe. That's what you are. You just safe.
So now that we on J Love, can we get rid of this Aaron Rodgers shadow? Hey, A-Rod done, y'all. A-Rod done. Let's put some trust in the J Love. He put up a beautiful play today. Mike LaFleur. It's like a pull up. We got highlight money of J Love today. Look at this. Oh, zero coverage. Drop back. Throw off his back foot. Yeah.
Let me watch this. I'm gonna challenge everybody watching this right now. Now I want you to be honest. I want everybody to be honest with what I'm gonna say.
What else I'm gonna be?
You ready? I don't know, but that Wi-Fi didn't pause. Jordan Love went into Cowboy Stadium and carved that defense up. Here's my question. What's their wide receivers' names?
Christian Watson, and they got a guy named Reed and Dobbs. I know receivers.
Fair. Most people, most of us, admit it, y'all. Most of us, they went in there with some wide receivers that we like. Who is that?
Who?
Now, I know who Dobbs is, but I'm just saying for the most part. Now, if we really being honest, they went in there and carved their asses up with wide receivers that probably wasn't even on your fantasy team.
So when it comes to hiring a coach, do we go off of one game, G? Or do we look at the full picture? Like what are we doing? Like what are we really doing? We basing
then
our next head coach off of one game?
Okay, then give us the full picture. I'll tell you what, since you are vouching for DQ so much, give us other than you being safe and knowing what he's going to bring, what has he done to be like, this is why he should be here?
Bro, he's a play or two from being a Super Bowl winning head coach.
They came back and won. They came back and won. And by the way, they were 11-5. And then when Kyle Shanahan left, then what happened? What happened when Kyle Shanahan left?
Who was his offensive coordinator when Kyle Shanahan left? I don't know.
Exactly. There's a lot of things we didn't know after that.
All right, Mr. Smart Guy. Since you want a head coach to come in here that know how to call plays, who you want to come in, G? Since you got all the answers.
I don't. Okay. Can I just say this? I don't have the answers. but it's like your house. I don't know how to build things in my house, but I know it don't look good. I don't know how to really cook, but I know it don't taste good. I know when something tastes good and I know when something looks good. So while I'll admit I don't know who to bring in, I'll tell you who I don't want. Is that fair?
Case closed. Case closed.
It felt like that got personal, and I don't mean for it to be personal. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all.
Yeah. No.
What next game we got to talk about?
Let's move on from these Cowboys. Sad story. Take your asses to Cabo. CJ Stroud.
Ooh wee.
If I had to pick my top 5 quarterbacks right now to go into next season with, he's in my top 5 list. CJ Stroud is in my top 5 quarterbacks of the NFL today. Money Mike, show this dime. Show this dime that CJ Stroud did. It was like a beautiful play action throwback to the show this beautiful dime CJ Stroud did today. Drop back, play action. Oh, the tight end run the corner. No, he's coming back on the opposite side of the field. Drop it perfectly. 6'4". Just got a phenomenal franchise that they got turned around over there in H-Town. You know him very well, G. When we was talking about the draft, you said hands down take him over Bryce Young. Is he the real? No, he is a real deal. What makes him the real deal?
I hope you are listening right now. Our producer, please show that receipt. There's a receipt from 2019 when hardly nobody knows who CJ Stroud is. I'm having a conversation with Ohio State about this man that I just got to see and talk to. He was playing chess with my son. They after their little 7-on-7 stuff, they playing chess together. This kid don't smoke. He don't drink. I said, go ahead, read it.
Who is this message to?
I can't say that. I don't want to confirm it, but it's to Ohio State.
Okay, this is to Ohio State. And CJ Stroud, he don't drink, doesn't smoke. He's going to be the guy. This in 2019, you said this.
Look at the next part. Coach,
he is the future. You will love him. If you talk to him for 1 minute, you will see what I'm saying. Okay, I'm done. LOL. You weren't really laughing. But you know I don't just randomly text about a player. This one, I do.
You can take it off.
You stood on business.
Bruh, special.
But it was different. You heard that chatter around his name around draft time? Did you hear that chatter?
Yeah, it's the same chatter. It comes from the same place. It's the same folks that say things like Justin Fields was last one in, first one out. It's the same thing centered around black quarterbacks. Now I don't want to try to get into that because this is a family show, and I don't want to go deep into that because I could get a little deep. But I'm just going to keep it on the level. CJ Stroud is special, and you said top 5. Yes. I'm going to go top 3. I'm going to go top 3 right now, quarterbacks in the game. That dude is that deal.
All right, give me your top 3, G. Give me your top 3. Lamar, CJ Stroud. Who's number 3?
I'm just calling it right now. CJ Stroud, I'm taking him number 1. If I had to build a team right now, give me CJ Stroud. Number 2, yes, give me Lamar. Come on, man. Lamar is that real deal. And number 3, give me Patrick Mahomes.
That's a solid top 3.
That's top 3. Now, I know
that's solid top 3.
Now,
what? Drop y'all top 3 in the chat. Drop y'all top 3 in the chat. Who y'all top 3 right here today?
Yeah. Go in order too. Now, who is your top 3? Now, don't nobody give a damn what I got to say, but they care what you say. Who is your top 3 in order if you were picking a team today?
I don't usually disagree with you, G. No, I don't usually agree with you. I don't usually agree with you. But I think we got the same top three. Patty Mahomes. I'm just going him. This Patty Mahomes, that dude special. That dude special.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. CJ Stroud. I would say Josh Allen. He threw too many dang interceptions for me. I would say Dak Prescott, but he ain't quite there. I'm a big Brock Purdy fan. I'm a real big Brock Purdy fan, if you haven't noticed. But his ass
I like
ain't
Brock
top.
Purdy. Yeah. Yeah. You've known,
But that's my top
by
three.
the way, you've been calling Brock Purdy. You've been calling
Yeah,
him.
I mess with Brock
You was
Purdy.
right. You mess with him.
But
right.
but speaking of Patty Mahomes, how in the hell do we have a playoff game, an NFL playoff game, and the game wasn't the biggest story? What they do that at?
What was the story? What was the biggest story, KJ?
Hey, show her money, Mike. I stay not too late. Too late. Hey. I keep on moving. Hey, she looking like Naomi Campbell with that walk though. Show her looking like a little Tyra Banks. Show that walk one more. You know the camera on you, Taylor. You know everybody looking at you. But she got a little swag. She got a little swag with the black. Hey, and shout out to my guy, Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback for the San Francisco 49ers. His wife, yeah. Made the. I wish I knew her name. I don't want to disrespect it, but his wife made the coat. That was swag. She was swagged out. And speaking of swagged out,
go ahead, show that, buddy.
Shut up, swag.
Okay.
Oh,
so I want to ask this. Let's be for real. So you've seen what everybody been saying. Everybody, Tony Dungy wants to say one of the problems is showing Taylor Swift too much. Why does it bother people so much when it's Taylor Swift in the cameras, but they don't say nothing when they showing Jerry Jones all the time? UFC, they don't say nothing when the camera's pan over to Donald Trump. Why is it just Taylor Swift? Am I missing something? Why do insecure men have a problem with Taylor Swift?
Now, we got to keep this a family show, G, but dang it, you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head. Same reason they don't want women in front office roles. Same reason they don't want women in the athletic training room. Like you said, I don't have a problem. I think it's good for the game. It's more money coming to the game, a new crowd coming to the game, and Taylor Swift. She an icon. She a dang icon. Nobody say that when they show Stephen A. Smith and Derek Jeter and Travis Scott.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it's an insecurity thing, man. I'm telling you. Like, it so much so I see it even in media, sports media, when people try to make comments, gotta give a shout out to Stacey Ross and Mara Dooley, two women locally here in Seattle that are incredible. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you right now, for all you fellas out here, I will line Stacey Ross and Mara Dooley up against most people in this town and see if you know more football than them. We'll run circles around you. We'll run circles around you. So it's crazy how much, again, it's insecure men that get this way. That be like, oh, it's too much Taylor Swift. And oh, it's like, how much, what football did you miss?
Okay.
What football did you miss?
Didn't miss nothing. They missed a play. And let's just put this game into context real quick before we move on.
No, you got to talk about Peacock.
We get that after that. What was this temperature for this game? -8, but felt like -25. They looked like it was -25 degrees. They didn't want to be out there. The Miami Dolphins for sure didn't want to be out there. And the Kansas City Chiefs was like, man, let's just get this game over with. Show how cold that game was. Because I've been in some freezing temperatures my dang self. Show how cold that game was when it came to Patty Mahomes taking a hit on his dang helmet. Gee, how a man helmet break during a football? The man helmet cracked during a, you know it's freezing out there. Cracked. And so it was freezing out there. Shout out to my dog Bruce Irvin was out there. But yeah.
Guess what? But guess what happened now? Guess what happened?
What?
You know, he went over and changed his helmet and got another helmet. Walked back out on the field. No timeout. Don't have to go in the tent. No nothing. Is that where we at, KJ? Is that where we at with football? We at football when your helmet get cracked and you ain't got to go see nobody. You ain't no timeout. It was he had to switch helmets. What do you mean? There's no timeout.
What need a timeout
He
for?
got to. His helmet got cracked, bruh.
What am I missing? What am I missing? Is the correct?
The rules is what you're missing. You're missing the rules. It was an equipment situation. You can't just stay in the game if you're switching out equipment. In youth football and Pop Warner football, you gotta step out.
Okay, I get that. But
yeah, I mean, it was one play.
Yeah.
But Peacock, talk about that.
I had a problem with that. I got a real problem with it's playoff football. There's only one game on. You know how you go to your grandma's house? How many channels your grandma's house got? She got about 5 channels.
5. Yeah.
Grandma ain't got too many channels. And when you make it about the haves and have-nots during the playoff times, I don't like that at all. I really don't. I get it's about money, but making it about the have and have-nots, forcing people's hands to get this subscription, to pay this bread, I ain't rock with that at all.
Yeah. I think the NFL is foul for this. I think the NFL is greedy for this. And let me be very specific as to what I'm talking about. I don't know who the decision makers are in the NFL, but you mean to tell me you're not thinking about the people in this country that are on fixed incomes? You're not thinking about people in this country who don't have the means and understand how to get streaming, who, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I remember my dad and my mom, you know what I'm saying? They like, hey, when you come over, can you set up the channels? You know what I mean? So there's some people just want to look, they set up the channels. And so sometimes their loved ones aren't there personally. The fact that the NFL didn't think about that, they foul for that, man.
That's foul.
They foul for that.
Yeah. And when you look at Tua Tagovailoa, real quick, when you look at Tua Tagovailoa, it's time to make a decision. Franchise tag, give him a contract, or let him walk out the building. I think option 3 is off the table. If I'm a GM, he led the league in passing yards. It was one of the greatest shows on turf. However, when you look at Tua Tagovailoa, he does have some limitations, as all quarterbacks do. If a play breaks down, I heard a stat. This man only ran for like 6 first downs this football season. Stiffer than a 2x4. Got weapons all over the place. When it comes to paying top dollars, what do you do with the Tua Tagovailoa? If it's me, I'm franchise tagging him. What you think?
In this case, I'm a franchise tag him. You know what I mean? But I just want to say, Tua, I like Tua. You know what I mean? I know Tua's one of those things where, okay, yeah, they got beat. They got beat by the Kansas City Chiefs, right? I mean, I like Tua. I like what I saw this season. I think that compared to where people thought he was going to go a couple years ago, I think where he is now is cool. I like Tua. I would franchise him, and I would still make that the quarterback. Pay him? Franchise him? Yes.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Yep. Okay. What else? Other topics that we need to hit? Oh,
Damn, this was the
the
game of the
first
weekend.
playoff win in 32 seasons. Matt Stafford. Go ahead. You set it up. You set it up.
Had
Gary.
grown
You
men
set it up.
crying. We did it. We did it. Grown men out here crying in the game. Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford. They booing Matthew Stafford pregame. They cheering and chanting for Jared Goff pregame to be the savior, to get it done. It's been 32 years. Did Barry Sanders even get a playoff win? Oh no.
No. No.
Anyway, so hell of a game. Let's just talk about the Rams real quick. They, on the West Coast, LA, good season. Really, really good season by them. Puka Nakua, top 10 receiver right now, monster.
Dog.
And I like this ball game by the Lions. I really like this Lions football team. We fought hard with them throughout the year. That was our game of the year when the Seahawks beat them. But I'm a fan of Dan Campbell. I'm a fan of Jared Goff and what they're doing over there in Detroit.
You know what? Before we continue on, I'm going to take a second to ask you a question, Mr. Defense guy. All the offenses that we have seen, we saw the Lions, we saw the Rams, we saw the Cowboys, you saw the Packers, you saw the Chiefs, you saw the Dolphins, you saw the Browns, you saw the Texans. Of the offenses, my question is this. How far off are the Seattle Seahawks compared to the offenses that we're seeing?
Well, the Seahawks are all the way off because they don't have a play caller right now.
That's not what I'm at. I'm just asking
I know
if it was to keep doing the offense itself,
I know what
where's the Seahawks at?
I know, Jax. The creativity that I saw from these play callers, the explosive plays downfield that I saw from these offenses, the shit was fun to watch, G. It was exciting. It was big plays down the field. It was, oh, shoot. I'm watching this as a linebacker from my couch. That would have for sure fooled me if I was on the football field. Then I looked at our offense this year, and majority of the time, I was calling out the plays before the ball was snapped. Pass, stretch to the right, crunch play. It was real easy watching this offense this past football season. Throw it to DK. Here it comes. So when I saw from Ben Johnson, when I saw from the Texans offensive coordinator, Sean McVay is Sean McVay. We're going to see some more creative stuff this upcoming weekend from Kyle Shanahan. We got a ball game tomorrow from Dave Canales. Shout out to Dave Canales over there in Tampa Bay. It's a pretty big difference. It's a pretty big difference.
And then just one more thing before we go. Shout out to the Lions fans. Talking about 32 years since your first playoff win. Jared Goff gets traded by the Rams to Detroit. Everybody thought it was over for Jared Goff. Jared Goff gets the actual playoff win, beats Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford comes into town. The Detroit Lions fans say, we ain't rocking with you. Jared.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Was that not
Screaming his name.
they booed him though, G?
That's how you supposed to do.
No, man, they booed him. Come on, man. You saw who else got booed this weekend with the Chicago Bulls? Was it Chicago Bulls?
Yeah, man. So look, I'm from Chicago. Jerry Krause's wife, widow, that is, you know what I mean? They went to go and they booed her. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this on the Chicago Bulls game day staff. Let me explain. You're having a celebration honoring the 96, the Chicago Bulls team. You're honoring them. Michael Jordan is not there. He's not coming. So you already know in The Last Dance, Michael Jordan's doc really shows who Jerry Krause was. Now, if you're from Chicago, these are things you already knew, right? You already knew these things about Jerry Krause. People from Chicago don't like Jerry Krause. But Mike's
clear.
not going to be there. So you know the fans, when Jerry Krause's widow comes up, they going to lose their damn mind and boo her. I thought that was foul. It wasn't cool.
And Jerry Krause he's the general manager that decided to let go of Phil Jackson, MJ. He split up the dynasty. He split up the dynasty. And they booed the man's wife.
I'll say this one thing about Jerry Krause, though. Fair. Everybody can talk all the crap in the world about Jerry Krause. But there is no Bulls dynasty without Jerry.
Yeah. He
So
put it together.
while all the bad things he did, it was some good things he did overall. All right. So KJ, one of the biggest topics, and usually we don't really talk a lot about college football. But college football just had the national championship game last Monday. Great game. We talked about it. University of Washington lost against a really good University of Michigan team. You know what I mean? Great game. I do think it might have been a little different had University of Washington's running back, Dylan Johnson, not got hurt early.
Yeah.
They only rushed for 41 yards to 300 yards by Michigan. I mean, that was a game. But then, okay, they lost. And most of the idea was, okay, cool. University of Washington, build on that. Let's go. You have an opportunity. Let's get this thing going. You get ready to go into the Big Ten. And then all of a sudden, bam, Pete Carroll, on the day that Pete Carroll is not the head coach anymore. Oh, by the way, the same day, Nick Saban is retiring from Alabama. And then it's like, uh-oh, is it possible?
What's going on?
And yes, Kalen DeBoer leaves UW for Alabama.
I don't think Kalen DeBoer really knows what he getting himself into. Alabama football and God are on the same level in the state of Alabama. Alabama and God is here. Eating. G. These people poison trees at Auburn. Did you watch that documentary, the Auburn Alabama game? They killing trees in the name of Alabama football. If you even think about losing more than 2 games, 3 games, they calling for your job. They calling for your job. This isn't Seattle, Washington. You know, we have Microsoft, we have Boeing, we have all this cool stuff here. All we have is God and football here in the state of Alabama. And so I wish him well. I hear nothing but good stuff about him. But this is the deep, deep South. And so get your mind right, Kalen DeBoer, because you filling some big shoes in a 6-time national champion, Nick Saban.
Very well said, KJ. Very, very well said.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Now, Nick Saban. Hold up. Why you leaving and where you going? Granted, he's 75 years old. He's done everything under the football sun. I don't got anything else to prove. But you still the powerhouse. You still the Mecca. All the college recruits are just going to flock to you because of your name. Why he leaving and where he going?
Because he tired of these damn kids. He tired of these kids, KJ.
How the what kid been dealing with kids his whole life?
No, he ain't dealing with kids that got the NIL, baby. He ain't got the. He ain't been dealing.
God.
Hold on, KJ. Now listen now. Now listen now. It's a new day, sir. These coaches are dealing with something different than when you played. I'm telling you, I feel in my heart, Nick Saban signed his last contract in 2022. It's just now 2024. He's got like 8 more years left. He said, damn them kids. I'm tired of these kids coming in talking about, yeah, I'm cool with the position coaches and stuff, but how much money am I going to get? I'm going to need a car. I'm going to need a house. I'm going to need this. I'm going to need $1 million. I'm going to need 500,000. And by the way, if anybody's listening to me right now and you hear me throwing these numbers out, I'm not lying to y'all. This is real.
No, listen. This is real. Kids, no, how kids are getting signed is, how much money are you going to give me? I don't need no official visit. I don't need to see the campus. I don't need to cut the check. Cut the check.
So let me tell you what I think in my heart. The people that are on top and that are in power, they hate it when things become fair. You see, for years, Nick Saban and SEC, they do things a little different. And so now everybody else has the opportunity to do that. And so now Nick Saban is playing against a even playing field, and he don't want to do that. You know,
Nick
because
Saban
other schools can do that. Go ahead.
Nick Saban can just walk in your house. Hey, yeah, we love you. We watch your highlight tape. We come to Alabama. Roll damn tide. Roll damn tide. Yes, coach, my baby coming down. We so happy, coach. He can't do that anymore. He cannot. He can't just roll in there with his rings on and say, "Come be a champion." Kids are seeing dollar signs. And so in Nick Saban's defense, I get it. He's not accustomed to that. He the cream of the crop. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you over some NIL stuff. You know, I'm a ball coach. I'm a ball coach. And so I totally get it. And so it's the even playing.
My question is this for all fans out there. I remember when adults would trash kids for jumping in the transfer portal. Are we done now? Are you using the same energy that you went after kids for transferring because you see these coaches are doing themselves? These coaches, they leave and they make business decisions, but when kids make business decisions, y'all want to go crazy about it. But let me first say this before we continue on with this topic. I want to say this to the University of Washington and the kids that are at that program. My heart goes out to you because some of those fifth-year kids were recruited by Chris Peterson, right? Then Jimmy Lake was the head coach. Then Kalen DeBoer was the head coach. And now here comes another head coach in Jed Fish. We'll get that in a second. But I want to just really be sincere that my heart goes out to the kids and the families that were there, because a lot of times, and by the way, I totally understand what the recruiting process is like. A lot of time, kids and families really fall in love with these coaches, and it really go there for them.
And G, I look at Kalen, bro. You had all the power here in Seattle. You had the fan base behind you. You had the city behind you. You was really getting this thing on the right tracks here in Seattle. You about to go to the Big Ten, play tougher competition. SC going there, UCLA, Michigan, you go play these schools. And so to start over at Alabama after Nick Saban, I didn't quite understand the decision to leave. I didn't quite get it.
Is he starting over though? Is he? I mean, is Alabama starting over? They still.
What?
I mean, look at the recruiting class. Did you see what the recruiting class was for you, Doug, coming in? It's 43rd. 43rd.
Oh,
it's 43rd. So that's the thing where my heart goes out to the kids at UW still. Right? They're getting ready to go into a new conference, which is the Big Ten. It's different football. Big Ten. Then Kalen DeBoer left the University of Washington, this football team, with the 43rd recruiting class in the country. You know what I
And
mean?
also, they said he only got like 5 starters will come back next year. So, damn, maybe he did get out at the right time.
That's what I'm
Maybe he did
saying.
get out at the right time.
So, but this is interesting though. I also we can't pick and choose, KJ, when this is a business. And I want everybody to know
I agree.
this is
I agree.
always a business. So people have been going after Kalen DeBoer. Y'all upset about him leaving. Are you upset about Jed Fish leaving Arizona? Because he just left some kids. As a matter of fact, they were on track to have 18 of their starters coming back.
Well, gee, people look at college. Let's slow it down. People look at college like this is an amateur athletic sports. I truly believe it is time. It is time for us to get that old school thing out of our brain. This is no longer amateur athletics. These are no longer kids. These are young men that are playing sports. So we have to shift our mentality and understand that this is a multi-billion-dollar business. Coaches are doing what they got to do. Now we got to understand that players are going to start doing what they have to do for themselves. And I hate that the team aspect is going out of it, playing for pride, playing for the maroon and white, playing for the purple. Those days are done. And so the quicker we understand that, the more we can love college football again.
Well, let me tell you what I don't like about college football. Okay. And look, I feel like we got a lot of people on right now as watching. And when I say this to you, I hope that I'm at least able to give you guys a clear view as to what is going on. I don't like college football because the transparency in it is garbage. This whole we care about the students, we care. No, stop lying. You only care about the money. Let me explain. No. Watch this. I'm going to give you an angle, KJ.
Go ahead.
First, college NCAA football makes a lot of money. Would you agree?
Yes.
TV, the Big Ten, hear me out. The Big Ten has a contract, just the Big Ten, of $1 billion. The SEC is getting ready to go back to the table and do this, and they are getting ready to go over $1 billion. That's 2 conferences, KJ. That's 2.
Okay.
Here's my question for you. Name, image, likeness, players are able to get money off their name, image, and likeness. Where does the money come from to give to the kids? Does anybody know that? I'll answer for you. Hold tight. It doesn't come from the TV money. It doesn't come from the NCAA. It comes from you, the fan. You know, the same fans that pay for tickets, the same fans that pay for apparel, the same fans that pay for parking. So each team across the country has collectives, and they're begging fans to pay their money, while the money for TV and the money from the NCAA, they get to keep. So they're asking for fans to not only buy tickets, to not only buy apparel, to not only pay for parking, to not only pay for shit at the concessions, but they're asking you to also pay them. And it is the most.
You wanna know who else they asking, G? Former alumni. I got asked to donate a hefty penny to the NIL shebang. You know that old Kevin Hart stand up. The way my bank account's set up, I ain't got it. And so that's bizarre. I'm ignorant to this. I'm ignorant to the whole NIL, where does it come from? Where are they pulling from? I'm ignorant to it. I don't know. But it's the same story. It's the same story. We know.
TV money don't get touched. NCAA money
And
don't get
G,
touched.
you
Conference
said
money
G.
don't get touched.
Did you say $1 billion? As
That's
in a
just the Big
B?
Ten. That's just the Big Ten. That's just the Big Ten.
And they can't
And
give.
they're asking you, and they're asking the fans to pay into these collectives. Meanwhile, we still got bowl games. We still got bowl games.
That's a
let's
whole
talk
nother.
about-
That's a whole nother penny. That's a
Let me-
whole nother
let me-
pretty penny.
Let me tell you something, KJ. You want to know why I'm passionate like this, bruh? Because I can afford to go fly to see my kids. I can go to the game. I ain't talking about me, bruh. I'm talking about families who ain't got it like that. I'm talking about these kids going out there on the field while there's billion-dollar deals on the table. Some families can't even afford sometimes to go see their kids. Now, I'm not talking about the star players. I'm talking about other players who aren't stars. Now, this is 2024. What do you think it was like 5 years ago? What do you think it was like when you played? And people keep telling me, oh, we don't like to do college football. What you mean? This whole thing has been crooked from the gate.
Okay, so here's the thing. We can adjust, we can address the system, we could point out what's going on. What's the solution?
Be
Are there
transparent.
solutions?
Yes, there is. Give all these kids a percentage. You know what the solution is? I'm gonna tell you what's not the solution. What's not the solution is the head coach is getting $100 million. A lot of times, go look it up, ladies and gentlemen. Go look at your state and see who the highest paid public official is in your state. Come on now, you don't want me to keep cooking right now, baby.
Man,
I'll keep cooking.
saying be transparent is telling a president during the elections to tell the truth. It ain't happening, Captain. It ain't happening. Ain't
know
no
why it
president gonna get up there.
No.
Ain't no president gonna get up there and say what they gonna do, what they want to really do.
You want to know why it's not happening? Because it's not happening because people will still pay into it. It's not happening because they want the 4 and 5 stars to come there. You want me to give you a classic example of how garbage this stuff is? Just a year ago, the Pac-12 was the Pac-12. Now it's down to the Pac-2. You want to talk about that? You want to talk about how that got done dirty? How the Pac-12 and the presidents and the commissioner just did some trash stuff that happened right there. And how in the world you down to the Pac-2? You got West Coast teams flying out to the Big Ten. You want to know why? You want to know why they going to the Big Ten? Money, KJ. So don't tell me nothing about this legacy. Don't tell me nothing about this tradition. It's all about this right here. Everybody want money. But you know what? It is built on the model of free labor. That's what you see out there. Free labor with these kids out there on the field.
All right. Let me wipe the sweat off my forehead.
Man, bro.
This
topic.
Mr. Producer, do we got any questions or are we done for the night? Because I'm in Orlando, Florida. Hell no, I want to talk about this. I got the Bills winning. I got the Eagles winning. AJ Brown, stop all your damn crying. Do we got any questions?
Yeah, let's get to the questions, man. I want to say I apologize, y'all. KJ, that's one of those where you turn it around, man. You got me going, bro. Like,
Hey, I'm just sitting back. I'm just sitting back.
The system, watch. Just remember this. One last thing before I go. The next time you get an email, the next time you get somebody saying, hey, fans, donate to the collective, I want you guys to remember this conversation right here. Just remember this conversation and ask yourself, how come y'all don't take some of the billions that come from the TV contracts and give to these kids? You asking the fans? You asking blue collar workers? You asking folks that don't make $100,000 a year to donate their money? Really?
I ain't even got a
And
job. They asking me. I ain't even got
we
a job.
about to see head coaches get $100 million.
Where they money come from? Okay. How many questions we got? Because I can't say how many questions.
Did you ever go to a bowl game?
Yeah.
Did you get a T-shirt? What'd you get for that bowl game when you went?
I
Because I know coaches get.
I got a watch. I got a T-shirt. I got this duffel bag. I got like this little snow globe. A bunch of bullshit. That's what I got. A bunch of nothing. Plus, I went to a weak bowl game though. But I went to a weak bowl game.
Did your family get to go?
Yeah. Come on, man. How many questions we got?
All right, let's get to it, boy. I can keep going. Let's get to it. Just Ed, KJ, you read tonight.
Texans and CJ looked good yesterday. Yes, they did. Also, KJ, how do you feel about DC Mike McDonald becoming head coach of the Seattle Seahawks? Glad the Lambs got sent home. So, shout out to CJ Stroud, top 3 quarterback in my personal opinion and G Scott opinion. G said some real stuff today. G, you said some real stuff today as far as being safe, going with what's comfortable. When you have company over, do you make the same spaghetti that you know like the back of your hand, or do you try to make some filet mignon? Do you go for it? And so, watching what Mike McDaniels did, I Googled him before the show started. He's 36 years old. Young cat. #1 defense in the NFL. If he does come here, it will be a complete culture change. Something we're not accustomed to. If DQ does come here, it'll be something that we're all familiar with. Something that we're accustomed to. Something that is safe. And plus, DQ is good. And so, I'm not opposed to it. But I'm still standing on Dan Quinn. Glad the Lambs got sent home. Is that like CD Lamb? Hey, do we got a Jerry Jones picture of Mr. Producer? No? Okay. Fat Tony. Micah said before he might leave with Dan Quinn. Will that be a good combo for the Hawks? Micah Parsons not leaving Dallas Cowboys. He's not leaving. They go cut him the check. He could be the highest paid defensive player in NFL history. Jerry got the money, and Micah Parsons has the talent. So he's not going.
Is Mike McCarthy gone?
You see, I'm seeing this Bill Belichick mess coming to Dallas. I don't think Mike McCarthy's gone. The Cowboys had a good season, y'all. They won 12 dang football games. What else you want? A Super Bowl? Because that ain't happening. I see this Bill Belichick coming to the Dallas Cowboys. Heck no. Mike McCarthy's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys next year.
You know what, KJ? I do love the fact that, and this is what makes this show go. You're the, calm one, sane one. I'm the emotional roller coaster. Fair. KJ, can Mike McCarthy lead the Cowboys to a Super Bowl?
No.
Then why keep him then? Like,
because no one can. G, no one can.
Could you? Oh, okay. So
no one can. Bill Belichick can't. The only time the Cowboys will go to a Super Bowl is when Jerry Jones decide to be gone. It's too much pressure there. They play like their booty holes is got this much space in it. They tight. That pressure is real. Okay. Hey, that came out of nowhere. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. See, them follow-up questions begin me. Rey Mysterio. Sup, fellas? Now we can interview DQ sooner. LOL. You funny. DQ to Seattle. Bring Al Harris with you for the DC. Rey Mysterio. You own us something. Also, All praises to the Packers. Beat the Niners. Please, baby Jesus. The Packers don't stand a chance to being the 49ers. Let's get that crystal clear. DQ Al Harris as a DC. Word on the street is Al Harris ready to be a head coach. They say Al Harris ready to be a head coach. I heard that through the grapevines, but he not ready. You know, I don't think nobody will hire him yet. But him as a DC, I like that. Remember, still, you on to something.
I know one thing. Matt LaFleur couldn't wait to get Aaron Rodgers up out of there. And let that be out of Green Bay. Let that be a lesson for if there's anybody that's listening right now that see one thing I love about football, KJ, football is like life, man. You know what I mean? Like getting Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay and then they go to the playoffs goes to show you that a lot of organizations and companies and corporations and just people, sometimes they put all of the stock into the cancer. Actually, that's the problem, right? And so when you allow the problem to continue, what ends up happening is it spreads and then it messes up everybody. So Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers are like, life is good. Now, how the Jets feel? How the Jets feel? I thought it was stick to sports, everybody. I thought it was stick to sports.
They feel pigeonholed. You know what Aaron Rodgers did when he first got to the New York Jets? He signed Alan Lazard to a multi-million-dollar contract. Lazard is a number 3 wide receiver in the NFL. A number 3 wide receiver. Hey, bring Randall Cobb in. Randall Cobb's my age. You saw what he did over there when he was with Green Bay. Just his energy, his presence, the way he talking in the media. It's like, bro, the team here, and you feel like you through the roof. I know LaFleur feel like a weight was lifted off his shoulder. I know he does.
I just want to just say this. Every time it's stick to sports, every time people be saying stick to sports, it ain't really about stick to sports. You know what it is? It's people don't like what you're talking about, and then that's when they turn it to stick to sports. But anyway, let's move on. I don't want to get deep.
Did they say stick to sports in the chat? Because I can't see the chat.
No. I'm just saying when people use the stick to sports. You got it.
Okay, we got a new guy in the building, Jayant Kumar. Jayant, drop in the chat where you from. But you can't have a man above both coach and manager micromanaging their everyday decisions. Okay, Jayant, who are you talking about? You can't have a man above both coach and manager micromanaging their everyday decisions. G, who do you think he's talking about?
I don't know. I don't even want to guess that. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
So yeah, you got to be more specific. Put it in the chat real quick so we know what you're talking about.
Put it in the chat, man. You can't have a man above both coach and manager micromanaging their everyday decisions. Oh, I think he's talking about Jerry Jones. He's talking about Jerry Jones. Yeah, he's talking about Jerry Jones. Yeah. He's talking about Jerry.
That's all I've been saying. Cowboy.
Yep, you're right. He said Cowboys owner. Okay, there you go. There you go.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, listen, he's the owner. He's the GM. Why after every game is he doing media? After every game, you the one that's talking. Take your butt home and like, bro, your presence is too powerful. Your presence is too powerful. Is that such thing as having a presence that's too powerful? Or am I tripping?
Yes. No, that's tripping. But I mean,
Suge Knight said it best. Yes.
All in the music videos, dancing. You know what I mean? You can't be doing that. By the way,
less is more from Jerry Jones.
You think Suge Knight knew about P. Diddy early on?
He was before his time.
What you mean? They was at the same time. Suge and Diddy, they was doing the same time.
No, I'm saying, what are you talking about? Do you think he knew about what specific? Like this new stuff that Diddy doing?
What Diddy been doing? This ain't new. Diddy been doing this for years.
I ain't touching that.
You ain't touching it?
Hell no, I ain't touching that.
Take that. Okay. Next. Go ahead. Yes.
Taran Srinivasan. I hope I got that right. Srinivasan. Thanks for the memories this year between Mike McDonald, DC of the Baltimore Ravens, Ben Johnson, OC of the Detroit Lions, and Bobby Slowick, OC of Houston. Who would you want? Dang, that's a good one. If I had to pick, give me Ben Johnson. If I had to pick, give me Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator for the Lions. They're creative. They know how to run the football. He gets the ball downfield. Almiron St. Brown was an all-pro receiver this year. The tight end, Laporta, Pro Bowl, all-pro tight end.
Love Sam Laporta, boy. Love
Man, he knows how to put guys in the right position to be successful. The young rookie, Jahmyr Gibbs, is going to be a nightmare for years to come. He knows how to utilize all his weapons. So I'm a big fan of him.
KJ.
He demanding top dollars.
Real quick, something that you this is your thunder right here. We talk about all that with the Detroit Lions. We talked about Goff, Amon St. Brown. We talked about him, Amon-Ra, that is. And then we talked about the run game. Can we talk about that offensive line by the Detroit Lions that you highlighted early in the season? That you highlighted the Detroit Lions offensive line earlier in the season.
I said this week 2 of the regular season. When I turn on that tape, they control the football game. They control the trenches. Penei Sewell, another all-pro. I forgot about him. Arguably the best offensive lineman in the NFL right now. And I just watched that run game. I think anytime they get to the red zone, they scoring touchdowns. They're scoring touchdowns in the red zone.
You know what I've learned, KJ? One thing about us fans, we don't really know nothing about the offensive line. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. We don't know. But when the offensive line does stand out and you sitting at home like, damn, they good. That means they real good. If you can get the average fan to look at the offensive line and be like, damn, they good.
Yeah. There's something that you take for granted in life, but when it starts not going well, you really like pay attention to it. You really pay attention to it. It's the same thing at your house, same thing with your health, your body. When something at the house, you expect to go right, but when it starts going bad, you calling the plumber, you calling the electrician, and like all hell's breaking loose if your toilet can't flush. All hell breaking loose if the lights ain't on in the house. Same thing with the offensive line. If they not right, all hell is breaking loose. That was a good analogy right there. That's a good analogy. Go ahead.
That was good. I'm liking that. But before we move on, if the toilet gets stuck at your house, who fixes it? You or Nat?
Come on, man.
Nat
No, first
fixing
of all,
it, huh?
no. What I can do, I'm gonna grab the plunger. I'm gonna do my thing. I know how to lift up the thing and do the little thing. But after that, pass them 2 steps. Babe, come figure this out. Come figure this out, babe.
KJ, where you keep the plunger at, bro?
The plunger right behind the toilet.
So when you do it and you done with it, you put it behind the toilet?
No, I go give it a bath. I rinse it off. Yeah, I put it right behind the toilet.
So after you stuck it in the toilet, you put it behind the toilet. You nasty, KJ. That's nasty. See, I knew you was going to say that. That's nasty. A lot of people be doing that. Just putting it, and then they just put it in shitty water behind the toilet.
What you supposed to do? Take it to the bathtub so piss juice is going across the floor. Then I gotta clean the floor.
So you just let it air dry behind the toilet? You let it air dry?
Yes.
The particles in the air in your bathroom is nasty. It go right to, you're supposed to have something waiting for it. You having a nice hot bath waiting for it with some bleach water bath. You just taking a squish, and you just putting it behind the toilet, letting the air dry. That's a shitty bathroom.
Drop in the chat. What do y'all do after you use the plunger?
Most of y'all nasty. Most of y'all just take the plunger and you just put it behind the toilet. That's nasty.
Next question.
You weren't ready for that one, was you?
Not at all. John Paul C. I believe parity of players and teams is changing the NFL right before our eyes. Is it good for the game? What does parity mean? I'm not too good at English.
Fair. Fair. So basically, he
Oh,
said, believe the parity of the players, like you guys are getting more even. Like, so instead of this, the parity is starting to get even Steven a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna let you handle that,
You,
Chuck. I'm gonna let you handle
okay, I believe parity of the players and teams is changing the NFL before our eyes. Is it good for the game? And the answer is absolutely. Look, if we're coming into this season, you want to talk about parity? The Texans just won a playoff game. The Detroit Lions just won a playoff game. The Cleveland Browns are in the playoffs. Boy, things is changing. That's why the NFL is king. It is king because 1 minute you could be the Cincinnati Bengals, never going nowhere, and then the next minute you're in the Super Bowl. That's why the NFL is king. But I still don't understand how you got dookie water on the floor. Now, I know where you want to go with this. And let's go ahead and take a timeout right now. Now, everybody is here. First of all, y'all need to sign an NDA what's about to happen. And this is probably going to be all over. But you know what? It's fine. I told KJ I went to go get my feet done today. Now, I already know a lot of y'all going to get on this. So, KJ, what you got to say?
So the question of the day is, should men go get pedicures and manicures? And the answer is yes. Men should take care of their fingernails and their toenails. Now, a follow-up question to that is, should grown men get their fingernails and toenails painted?
Just the toenails, KJ. Just the toenails. But I'll get my fingernails painted. I'm okay, but I don't. You can see I don't have my fingernails painted. No, but I can't.
Should men get their toenails painted? Now I'm gonna keep it a buck and say I've gotten my toenails painted gloss one time. But money, put up the picture and say, is this okay to get done by a human being? Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Jesus! Jesus! Oh my God, y'all! Y'all, listen. These toenails that you saw on that screen belongs to that man right there with the beard and the glasses and the chains on. Oh my God. Y'all, when he sent me that picture, money like, put it back up. Put it back up. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh God. Money. First of all, show the corns that he got on his toenails. Show the damn picture. Look at the corns on his second toe on the right. But G,
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
G,
Come on, man.
what do you tell? Hold on, first of all, explain what was you thinking getting your toenails painted black? And how long have you been doing this?
So look.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
So look. Went to go get my feet done today, and I was getting,
God.
and the lady was like, "You paint your nail?" And I was like, "You know what? Do it black." My wife was getting it done black, and I said, "You know what? Let me go ahead and do the same thing." And so I did it. So I painted my toenails black, and then I sent the picture to you guys to say, what you think? So here's the thing though. And then you said, no, G, you don't want to show nobody that. And I'm like, yeah, why not? Because here's the thing. Y'all can say what you want to say. Remember I said this. You're gonna start seeing some fellas walk around with the painted toenails. Now, I'm not worried. My masculinity, I'm not even worried about all that. You think when I get ready to go to the beach, KJ, or the swimming pool, you think I'm worried about somebody saying, and if they do think that, I don't care. You call me what you
Hey,
want to call me. You could think, what if I am?
hey,
So what?
somebody said G toenails funky like KJ's Wi-Fi. Woo! 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 Hey, somebody said them things stink. So I said, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh, hey, D Nugget said black toes matter.
Hey, but okay. Let me just say this, bro. No,
Oh,
look,
jeez.
before we move on in this topic, one thing I love about doing this show with you, bro, is that we get on here and we get to say things that I hope helps people that watch. We got a lot of brothers and sisters that watch this show, right? So I want to just say this real clear. If you want to paint your toenails, if you want to paint your fingernails, if you want to wear a pink shirt, if you want to, man, if you want to wear whatever you want to wear, rock
A
it.
thong.
If that's what you want to wear, all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. When y'all see my toenails painted, other than laughing at me, what else you gonna say?
Nah, G.
You can't
I
say
swear.
nothing else. All you can
So
do is laugh.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for sharing that with us, G. Thank you for sharing that with us. But real talk though, people do. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna move on. People don't do things because of the opinions of other people. I will say that. People don't do a lot of things because of what people gonna say about them, how they may be perceived. But let me tell y'all something. What you do in life, people may say something, but I swear to you, it literally goes away like that. It's on to the next thing. So, in other words, to hell what people think about you.
Right.
Because it's gonna be
And
on to the
so,
next thing.
and so that goes for all of our youngsters, teenagers that's listening and who wants to go on your path. Do what you want to do. Don't let your friend, don't let somebody else sway you into doing things. Don't let nobody make fun of you because you getting good grades. Don't let nobody make fun of you because you wearing this or you say this or you talk like that. When you listen to KJ all day, baby, I want to let you to know. I want you to be who you are. Period, point blank. Again, after they say something, then what? Own your shit.
Whew. All right. Ronnie.
All right. We got a little deep there, bro.
No, yeah, hey, it's an angle to everything. It's an angle to everything.
Yes, sir.
That Chiefs Dolphins games reminded me of the Seahawks Vikings playoff game y'all had. Can you share a story of how cold it was in Minnesota?
Good
Ronnie,
question.
Ronnie, when I tell you, when I walked out of that hotel, I want to run back in. I said, nah. Nah. Reschedule. You saw they rescheduled the Buffalo Bills game? Reschedule our game to when it warms up a little bit. In warm-ups, running, I couldn't feel my fingers. I couldn't feel my toes. I was in so much pain in warm-up. I got there, as soon as I got to the building, I started putting on Vaseline. I started putting on warm skin. So I putting cayenne pepper. They had like this pepper to put in your socks. We tried to do everything to stay warm. Worked. Nothing worked.
You was
Let me
cold,
tell you
bro?
what I. No, cold. That's not the right adjective for it. That's not the right adjective for it. What's cold is what's in Seattle right now. What's a good adjective for it? I can't even. You can't even describe how numbing. It was numbing. That's the word. It was numbing. But let me tell you what I did, Ronnie. I ain't wear no sleeves that game. I ain't rock no sleeves. Me, Bobby, and Bruce. We said we ain't wearing no sleeves. We gotta thug it out. We gotta thug it out. And so, yeah, I did that. But yeah, it reminded me of the same game. -20. Felt like -50, but it's ball, baby. It's an outdoor sport.
Right.
I loved every minute of it. Every minute of it too. Good question, Ronnie.
Good one. Good one. Somebody said, G, they said, G, you've been extra emotional lately. Did my girl give me some estrogen pills? You see? Wait, real quick. You see how that happened? And you say, G, you were some, like, I'm real soft, I'm real emotional. Yeah, no doubt about it. What you gonna say? That's it. That's all you got. Cause when I walk up in the spot, I can assure you, people don't look at me and say he's soft.
They ain't gonna try you though, are they? They ain't gonna try you.
Here we go. What's next?
Man, I really want to dive deep into this, but I don't know if our fans want to hear this or not. But
Go ahead. Let's go deep.
real quick, and I'm gonna move on from it. What is it, G, about people's words or people's perceptions about us that really gets to us? Like, what is it about what somebody say about you that gets to you? Like, why does that bother people so much?
Wait, I want to make sure I hear you right. Why does it bother who? Like, wait, does it bother? Because it definitely don't bother us.
No, I'm saying I'm just talking in general. In general, like when people like bash you or talk bad about you, speak down on you, or like what is it about their words that affect us and how we move in life?
Oh, I know why. Because a lot of time, man, a lot of us are walking around with unpacked trauma. A lot of us are walking around with wounds that haven't been healed yet. A lot of us are walking around with things that were said to us back when we were younger, right? Or things that people that we love the most have said to us, and we haven't talked about those things. And so when we keep those things inside and then someone says something that's remotely close to what those things have said, we start to lash out. But I wanna say something real quick though, because I've now been in the line. I'm not like you, but from you met me when I was a car wash guy to where I am today. So essentially the last 10 years, right? And in the beginning, I had a hard time. And I'm going to tell you when it changed for me. It changed when people started to talk bad about my kids. Now, KJ, I'm going to tell you something, brother. It's one thing for you to go through it. But when adults start coming at your kids, it becomes another, right? And let me tell you what happened. My son, baby G, because I was mad, I was going off on Twitter, going back and forth with this dude. He's just talking, like, there was some people in the chat now that just talk crazy about my son. And my son said, Dad, why are you going back and forth with people about me? He was like, don't you understand that comes from a place where hurt people try to hurt people, right? My son, he's a college graduate from The Ohio State, lives downtown in a high rise. So why am I trying to do that? So that helped me. But I'm trying to just tell you that for a while, it took a minute, bro. It took a minute to get right. But like you said early on, I'm like, oh, shoot, why am I tripping? And the point is, bro, there's a lot of people that's struggling deep down, man. And I don't want to be the one to say something back to make somebody, I'm okay. You okay? So what good would it do for us to punch down, right? Most people, when they mad at people, they punch up, right? They punch up, they punch up. Nobody punches down. So to respond to people being negative, that's punching down. And brothers and sisters, I don't want to do that to none of y'all. I wish all y'all peace. It's hard enough in this world.
Absolutely. Well said. Well said. Well said. Okay. Good one, G. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Keith says, keep Clint hurt with Quinn? Question mark.
I would love that. I would really love that. And I know that DQ and Hurt, personality wise, would be just like this. Will be just like this. There's no egos. They go both feed off each other, go back and forth. And so it only makes sense. And what Hurt does is Hurt understands the 4-3 scheme very well. He also understands this Fangio system very well too. So whatever system DQ wants to bring in, Coach Hurt has a familiar background with both types of systems. 3-4, 4-3, whatever you want to throw at me, I know like the back of my hand.
Can I be honest about Clint Hurt for a second, man?
What?
And I know a lot of times, and I just hope this. Personally, I love Clint Hurt.
I do too.
Love Clint Hurt. So much so that I even held back on this defense this year. The only thing I really said bad about the defense this year was repeating what they ranked at the end of the season, repeating that they ranked 30th against the run last season, repeating that they ranked 31st against the run. But outside of that, I'm a Clint Hurt fan through and through. I love that man. I know you do too. I mean, I love how you answered that. If a new head coach were to come in and keep Clint Hurt, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Keith,
All right.
the Hawks O coordinator, whoever it is in the future, needs to study the motion and plays these teams using in the playoffs. Yes. He needs to study the motions. He needs to study the plays. He also needs to understand how they set up their plays too. Keith, that's a big part of being explosive, is running a play in play number 7, but in play number 12, you run something similar and you have an explosive play. That's what really gets us. Set up, shot. That's what makes a really good offensive coordinator. When they gonna make this decision, G?
Well, I think that they'll make the decision. It was to date. I think that they'll make the decision. Well, you got all some of the bowls, East West going on, Shrine games going on. You got
Man, I'm
you got
talking.
the
Okay. You go ahead. Okay.
you got the combine is gonna happen in February. So they're gonna have to put their coach in place to start grooving and talking about this conversation. In my heart of hearts, I think they already have the guy, whoever it's gonna be. I think that decision, you know how this go, KJ. You know how agents and stuff work. So I say they're gonna have this decision either right before the Super Bowl or right after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Muhammad Khalif says, with all due respect, KJ, your relationship with DQ is clouding your judgment. But the data shows that he's allowing 25 points per game to above 500. Numbers? No, what's it saying? Women lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie. Numbers never lie. Damn, is that many points, Muhammad? Stop playing. Where you get that information from? Where you getting that information from, Muhammad?
I just really never thought we'd be here. I never thought that that would be Pete Carroll's last season. I just want to say that. Man, bruh. Jeez.
But Muhammad, let me ask you this, Muhammad. Do you want a head? ESPN?
You say you got those numbers from ESPN.
Muhammad, what do you want from a head coach? Do you want a head coach to come in here that's an X's and O's guy, that's good at calling plays? Or do you want someone that's balanced? Hear me out. If I just got a coach that's just good at calling X's and O's, what happens when stuff starts going bad? What happens when we saw what happened this past season with the drama that gets brought into an organization? What is a good play call they're going to do for your team then? You know what I mean? And so I want someone that's a phenomenal leader. someone that's a disciplinarian, someone that mixes and mingles well with the guys, but can also be good when it comes to X's and O's. I want a balanced head coach. That's what I want. Does that make
And
sense?
KJ, it does make sense. But you know what's about to be different that we ain't had here in 14 seasons. And I'm going to
What?
ask you about this. Every time something happened, Pete and oh man, Pete, he got to go. Pete, this, Pete. It's never really been on John. And for the first time in real 14 seasons, this is huge. The next coach after Pete, decisions going like now it's gonna be finally it's really John. This is the first time that this is going to happen. I want your thoughts on that, bro.
I like it. I like it. It makes things crystal clear. It makes everything so clear. Gee, I played in this organization for a decade. I was still confused on who bringing in this free agent, or who really wanted this trade, or who really wanted this draft pick. I was a little confused in who wanted what, and whose
Listen, if you
call it
was
actually. Like,
if you were confused, then so was us. But go ahead.
yeah, and so it makes things all the way clear. When I was with the Raiders my last year, Mike Mayock had 49% control. John Gruden had 51%. That's how they did things in Vegas. And so each organization is different. Each organization is different. And so we looking like John, who's earned the right to be the full blown decision maker. I like it. I like that. I like it. It makes things crystal clear.
You know what it feel like, bro. It feel like when you got that roommate, and then all of a sudden you ain't got that roommate no more. Then you got to pay all the bills. You
I ain't
you
never been
ain't
in that
getting help.
position. I ain't never been in that
Oh
position.
shit, boy! I'm telling you, boy. Hey, when it's finally your apartment, you ain't getting no help out of nobody. It's all on you.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? You got it.
I'd rather be flying an X-Wing. KJ, I sleep hot too. My wife says I'm 7-Eleven hot dog, sweating, temp too high, and rolling all night long. Get a bed jet. I promise it's worth it. A bed jet. I'd rather be flying. What is a bed jet?
I don't know what a bed jet is.
I'm a 7-Eleven hot dog. I ain't never had a 7-Eleven hot dog either.
Wait, what? First of all, look, bro, I don't eat it no more. But I don't care what nobody say. People be trying to lie. Oh, I don't know. Y'all lying. There's a 7-Eleven everywhere. Y'all lying. Y'all be eating that food. Man, sometimes them hot dogs used to be fire, boy. What?
Is it beef or pork?
I don't think it's none of them.
It's cat.
I don't
It's
think
dog.
I don't think it's none of them, bro.
It's tiger. See, man, I try to remove the swine from my life. I try to do,
I don't eat that. You know what I mean? But back in the day, I did.
Hey, but
7-Eleven.
according to my mother-in-law, pork is the healthiest thing you can eat. We be going back and forth. Pork is the
I don't
healthiest
want
thing you can eat.
What?
Next question.
No, it is
Next
not.
question. I'd rather be fine. What happened to Kenny McIntosh this season? It didn't.
I don't know. Y'all keep asking about. We don't know. We know what
Next
y'all
year.
know.
Next year. Next year, I'd rather be flying. The Snail, new coach wish list ranked. Number 1, Jim Harbaugh. Number 2, Mike McDonald. Bob Johnson is 3. Lincoln Riley, 4. Ben Slowick. 6 KJ Wright. Jim Harbaugh. He's a winner.
Everywhere he goes.
He's a
Everywhere he
champion.
goes.
He's a hard ass. He's a no nonsense type of coach. You talk about a splash hire wherever he goes. Wherever he goes, that team gonna be better. Michigan, they'll pay him whatever he wants. Michigan will pay him whatever you want, Harbaugh. Please stay. So if the Seahawks can get him, if you do want to come to the big leagues, which I think he should do, then teams would be salivating at the mouth to get Harbaugh on their squad.
Next.
G, you don't want to read? You want me to read all of them? I know you like reading.
Hey, no, you know what? I was ready for this because the people that I saw, by the way, happy anniversary to them. They was at
A 1 year
Legion
anniversary.
today, 1 year anniversary, and they said something to me about this fuck person. And see, they tried to get me right there. You read that? You go ahead and read that. What that say?
Fuck you. Fuck you. 100% agree with G. Hiring Dan Quinn will be a step backwards for this team. He speaks to the LOB, but they retired. Damn. We should hire Eric Bieniemy.
You just gonna say the name without you just didn't even move. You just said you said that, huh?
I'm confused. What I
The
missed?
name. You
Fuck
said the
you.
name.
Fuck you. Oh, that went way over my head. Way over my head. I didn't get it. I missed that. This the people that I FaceTime today?
No, I'm not saying that, but they asked me about this too today.
Okay, well go handle this question because
Okay,
I missed.
I
that.
want to wish a happy birthday to Johnny Cash. Happy birthday, Johnny Cash. Happy birthday. All right, what's the next one?
Eric Bieniemy. Boy, get on out of here for Q.
Late night, huh? Ventures. Glad to see y'all back. Was I the only one thinking about how the Seahawks ruined this opportunity? By the way, Lions play winners of Bucks Eagles.
What do you mean? How the Seahawks ruin what opportunity? What you talking about? Late night? I don't know what you're talking about. But Bucks, Eagles, Lions could be in the.
Do they play them? Do they play the winner of that game? Because you said the Lions go. They don't go to the Niners, do they?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I. Okay.
No, the Niners playing the Packers.
Packers fly out there. Okay.
Packers going out there, and the Lions gonna be in the NFC Championship. It's gonna be Lions, Niners in the NFC Championship. You heard it here first.
That's quesadilla. You get the best in the playoffs. Your sample size ain't shit if you get your ass gets whooped in the playoffs, unless it's McCarthy at head coach.
Your sample size ain't shit if you get your ass up in the playoffs. I totally agree that quesadilla. Mike McCarthy will be the head coach next year of the Dallas Cowboys, so y'all chill out. Bill Belichick better not go there. Oh, Jayant Kumar spoke. Jamal, did you? Stacey Ross is one of the hardest workers out there. Stacey a beast. She funny. Yes. She know what she talking about. She could lead a show. She could be the analyst of the show. Stacey and Bump.
I'm gonna tell you, look, go ahead. I'm gonna tell you what I say about Stacey Ross.
You know, when I agreed to do my radio show,
I know.
I was like, I want to be, I love Brock and Salt. Don't get me wrong. With that being said, I was like, can I be on there with Stacey and Bump? I felt like, that would have been, it's fun when I got my show, but I really thought I was going to be on Stacey and Bump.
Bro, when Stacey Ross first came to that building, she was a writer. She used to write over there. And I remember I was like, I used to love talking football with her so much that I would bring her on my show on Cairo nights to talk sports with her. Stacey, look, man, I'm telling y'all, Jane, the fact that you said that she's a hard worker, she is a real hard worker. I got to give a shout out to Mar Dooley, another hard worker. But the reason why we're shouting them out is this. Some of these folks that y'all see on a national level, I'm not exaggerating. I'll take them over them right there. Straight up. Stacey comes with that heat, y'all. I'm telling you. Heat.
Next question.
Not but a hunt. Hey, this is Anthony Nava from Ogden, Utah. Huge fan of both you guys. If you guys had a chance to draft, you guys drafting offensive lineman or quarterback?
Offensive lineman.
Offensive lineman.
Not even close. Not even close. Interior offensive lineman at that. It's not even close. Trust me on this. It
Can I
ain't
give a
go.
shout
It
out to
ain't.
Can I give a
Go
shout out
ahead.
to Utah real quick? If you have a college coach coming into your living room and that college coach says, I'm going to be here, you know Kyle Winningham is getting ready to go into year 20 with the Utah Utes. So when he
I did
comes
not know
into
that.
your living room, family, he basically saying, I'm going to be here, unlike these other coaches.
Gee, don't be throwing shots at other coaches, man. Come on, man. Don't be throwing shots at other coaches.
What's the shot I took? Was that
Did you
was
think?
that a lie? Was that a lie? Was that a lie?
It wasn't a lie. It was the truth.
Hey, my man Chris says they show other people in the crowd one time only. They show Taylor Swift 300 times a game, and every time Kelsey touches the ball. A little too much.
I
Chris,
stay up
you
too
okay?
late. Don't mess up too late. Chris, come on, you think it's a little too much? When she was swagging and surfing, that wasn't fun. Money, show the swag surf one more time. Show the swag surf one more time. I swag and I surf. I swag and I surf. So watch me surf and swag. Look at the mama right there again.
And here's the crazy thing. Then you got people getting online on Twitter talking about, ooh, they ain't got no rhythm. Ooh, man, you know what the problem is with people, man? For real. People be too cool for school and get mad when other people having fun.
Oh, they back there.
They
They
having
back there in the
fun.
club,
They
mean mugging in the club.
look at him. Look at him. Look at them.
That nigga think
Yeah.
he
Can't
think he
believe they
cool.
having fun. I can't believe they having fun. I'm just gonna sit my ass here and just pout.
Man,
They
let's go.
they ain't got no rhythm. Look at them. Oh, they keep showing Taylor Swift.
Next question.
I'd rather be flying, says KJG. Later this summer, when the weather is nicer, I want to take you flying. We'll do a tour over Seattle and see how beautiful this area is from above. Hell no. No. What you flying in? I'd rather be flying. Where do you want to fly us in, bruh? Unless it's some big old plane. Well, I was going
So
to say 737.
I've been in a seaplane before. Them things are nice. I would do a seaplane again.
Are you crazy? I'm not doing a seaplane, KJ. You go by yourself. Seaplane?
Can you swim? You know how to swim, G?
Why you? Whoa. Did you
It's
just
just a
look at a
question.
black
It's,
man? Yeah, I
it's
can
a
swim,
water.
KJ.
Okay, we
I'm
talking
looking at a
water
black man.
plane.
Why are you gonna look at a black man and ask if I can swim because I don't want to get on a seaplane?
I'd
You didn't
rather be
think I could
flying.
swim, did you?
I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Can you
I
swim?
yeah, I can swim. I really flying. If you flying I could save my life if I needed to. Can't save nobody else's life. I can save my own ass though. I really fly. If you got a seaplane, I take you up on that offer. Next question.
You don't know seaplane. But hey, shout out to Mr. Nordstrom that used to come and land on the water. Remember Mr. Nordstrom? Used to come see y'all at
Absolutely.
practice. Hey, one thing I want to say about Mr. Nordstrom. That dude knew everybody's name.
Yeah.
Everybody's name, bro.
Yeah.
I love him for that.
Hey G, so
Sarah.
remember,
Go ahead.
remember, I'm in Orlando. I gotta be up at 5 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock right now. How many questions we have?
All right, 19. Let's go through it. You ready?
All right.
Sarah says, hey, KJ and G, what's your favorite Seahawks playoff story? Thanks for keeping the show on. Love y'all. Favorite Seahawks playoff story?
Dang, Sarah. Damn. I don't want to give you no cliche, terrible answer here. We're talking favorite playoff story. G, help me out. What story? Oh, this easy. It's this easy, Sarah. 2013. I break my foot week 14 versus San Francisco 49ers. I go up to John Snyder's office and said, Mr. John Snyder, please don't put me on IR. I'm begging you, don't IR me. I'm going to come back in the playoffs and play. So my favorite playoff story was breaking my foot, fighting back in 4 weeks. I was back on the football field. 4 weeks, I broke my foot. My foot snapped. Like, imagine taking a carry and my foot snapped. And I was back on the field to play in the playoff game. Hands down, that's my favorite moment. Hands down, it's my favorite moment.
Wow.
Good question. I had to think about that one.
James is back. He said the problem with DeBoer was that he talked a big talk of family and culture while he was probably secretly setting himself up for the Alabama role for months. I don't know that he was setting himself for the Alabama role for months, but I will say this, and this is something that I want all of you all to know. A lot of things that happen in college football, in the NFL, KJ, you know this to be true. A lot of coaches, players, agents, and all that, I mean, a lot of them share the same agent, right? So that's sometimes a big deal. And if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, I think that Kalen DeBoer's agent could possibly be also Nick Saban's agent. I don't know. Mr. Sexton, I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of stuff gets done through agents in the back door that's not done in our faces. That's why they get a percentage.
It's a lot of talking going on. Next question.
Athletes must take advantage of the free education. Yeah. Free education and before they also take advantage of the network. Why y'all think G Jr. ain't transferred? Come on, man.
Yeah, they should low-key make it mandatory. Like, have like networking day or networking week where you go in businesses and mix and mingle. And for somebody not to be in school for 4 years and not get their degree.
So real quick, was I right? Does Nick Saban and DeBoer have the same agent? If that is right, that's a really, like, you know what I'm saying? I can tell y'all so much about college football. I could do 3 hours on that. Next question. Mild Dairy Lifesaver says, appreciate you guys. Came for the knowledge, stay for the banner. 7-Eleven Big Bite hot dogs. I like them. Should my wife leave me?
Why should your wife leave you? Because you like hot dogs? And you like gas station food? No, I like gas station food.
Gas station food in the South hit different, bruh. It hit different.
Shout out to Dodgers Chicken. Y'all know about no Dodgers. See, we ain't got no Mississippi people in the chat. It's only Seattle people. But if y'all ever go to Mississippi, go do some Dodgers Chicken.
Junior says DQ defense got destroyed by the Niners, who we play twice a year. Give me the Ravens DC or Ben Johnson.
Why y'all doing me like that? Why y'all doing me like that? Why y'all doing me like that?
Ooh, they on your head today.
I ain't got nothing. Hey, and this why I love this show so much. Ain't nobody safe. Not even me.
Nobody's safe. Next one.
I love it. But be respectful.
Michael M says, howdy from Japan land.
Hey, arigato. Right. Konnichiwa.
Ideas about rumors that Seahawks might go with 2 head coaches. One defensive, one offensive. Hell no.
No.
No, Michael.
I don't know what news they breaking over there, but nah. No such thing. Never heard of such thing.
Brian says DQ hires a god at OC. How long till he gets poached?
What?
Like how long does it take before somebody comes and get that OC? If DQ were to get hired here,
2 years. 2 years. It don't take long. I just heard about this coach over there in Houston. The Houston offensive coordinator, he go mess around and be a head coach this offseason. It won't take long.
Timothy Daniels, do you think it's better to develop these current players, or is it better to clean house and bring scheme fitters to the team?
Develop, develop, develop. Now, with that being said, it don't take that long to develop somebody. I see some guys that's on the squad year 3, year 4. Yes, I don't know how to play some football by now. Y'all know how to play some football by now. But with this team right now, we got a really good foundation. We got a really good foundation with the way we drafted these past 2 years. So develop these guys. No need to clean house. Our roster, bro, we got a talented roster. We have a really, really talented roster to compete and win championships. And so don't clean house. I don't like that at all.
Shout out to Brady Henderson that covers the Seahawks from ESPN. Mike Salk read this out the other day on his show. As far as snaps, I'm not talking about the age of the roster. I'm talking snaps throughout the season. The Seahawks ranked 7th oldest team in the league. Snaps.
So that's the good thing. I mean, we're a young team.
Well,
or we're an old team. You said 7th oldest?
7th oldest. Snaps. So I'm talking about development. You're talking about development. And I'm saying, I feel like if you go back to when 2012, your second season, I feel like a lot of you guys were just out there and you were young, and I bet you ranked towards the bottom.
Okay,
as far as
got
snaps.
it. Got it. Okay.
I just, as a matter of fact, KJ, you got drafted at the right time, bruh. I just, for some reason, in my heart of hearts, I don't know if you were drafted. I'm not saying you weren't good. I'm just saying I just don't know if it would have been about bring the youngster in and let him get developed.
Wouldn't have. It wouldn't have.
All right, here we go. Cedric says, honestly, the Cowboys playing like they
booty hole? Come on now. Go back to his picture. Let me see his picture again. Is that a Cowboys hat he had on? Unless the Kings.
I can't be. Look here. No disrespect. I just can't read some of them. Y'all know we got Ben. You know we got family on here. I can't read some of that. Sometimes these little kids, it's Dr. King's birthday tomorrow. You know what I mean? Celebration of that. A lot of people ain't gonna be going to work and school. They up late. I can't read that.
Eddie B said, how do you clean your plunger, G? How you clean your toilet? How you clean it is gonna make where you clean is gross. How you clean your plunger, G? Or your toilet?
I just told you. I got that hot water with the bleach waiting. Told y'all. It's waiting. Soon as it
You know what's funny? You know what's really funny?
What?
2 of my teammates got to arguing about which way you're supposed to wipe. They got to a full-blown argument about how you're supposed to wipe your tail.
I mean, some people, man, it's all on you. Some people go front to back. Some people go back to front.
Anyway, I'm not getting into this. Next question.
I mean,
you can't go sideways.
But you can't go sideways.
That's what they said, dude. One dude said. Anyway, next question.
How can you go sideways?
Junior said, hopefully we get some of that. So we get someone that uses JSN better. I know DK and Tyler need their targets, but I felt like JSN was not used enough this football season. That's your guy, G.
Look, man.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. JSN is not a number 3 wide receiver. I don't like him being used like a number 3 wide receiver. I really don't.
No, he's not.
I really don't.
But I'll tell you what I have said all the time. I never said it on this show, but I've said it away from the show. I don't want to be
Oh,
crystal or something.
you want to say it? You want to say it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. The Seahawks offense has. When have you ever seen three wide receivers flourish that way? When they won the Super Bowl, our wide receivers were called pedestrian, right? Even though we know that Jermaine Kearse and Doug Baldwin and Golden and them was dogs, right? So it has never been about production for the wide receivers the last 14 seasons, at least not room for three.
Hell
That's
no.
all I'm saying.
Hell no.
Just Ed says, would you guys go live during the NFL draft to react with y'all with the picks the Seahawks get? Also, how important is it for Seattle to get a head coach sooner than later to start the offseason choices?
So just say, I don't know where you live, but we need to have a draft party. We need to have a draft party. I think it's mandatory that we have a draft party. And so everybody invited. We go do it live there. And how is it important for the Seahawks to get a head coach sooner rather than I think they really know their guy. They know their guy. They know their guy.
We just late. Keith says, I met Doug and he's a very inspirational person. How would he deal with the Hawks team today? Let me tell you something, man. Let me answer that. Doug, and some of y'all might clip this and send it to him, whatever. I'll say it right to Doug. I'll text it to him and tell him. Doug will have a plan on Monday, and Doug's plan will change on Wednesday. Doug would just go too hard because Doug is a real competitor. He only has, imagine this for you golfers out there. Imagine having a driver in your golf bag and you have no other club but the driver. When it's time to putt, you only got the driver. That's Doug. Doug is a driver the entire time. There is no other club in the bag for Doug except for driver.
Next question.
Josh says, KJ, ever think about coaching for the Seahawks? DC, question mark?
Yes,
Thought about it.
all the time, Josh. All the time. When I watch football, in my brain, I'm not watching it to enjoy it. I'm watching it how to win. When I saw the Packers run all over the Dallas Cowboys, in my head, I said, DQ needs to do this to be successful. Yes, I don't watch football to enjoy it. I watch football to analyze it and coach it. Yes. I watch film in the off season. I'm a nerd for X's and O's. Just Ed. By the way, did the Seahawks change Adam's pin to go into the facility already? Damn. Damn, just Ed.
I'd rather be flying says, Google BedJet. It's an AC heater all in one,
Oh.
specifically designed for beds. Oh,
I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. So I got a sleep number. Can a sleep? I think. I didn't see my sleep number can do that. What kind of bed you got? You got a fancy bed?
Nah,
Or you
man.
shop at what's that store in South Center? Where you got to build the bed?
Nah.
What's the name?
No, I'm gonna tell you, I got a Casper. I mean, it's I don't know, a little over $1,000 mattress, but it's time to upgrade to the big time. Hey, MG2, one of y'all just said that I got an IKEA bed. Y'all, no,
That's what
Charlie.
yeah.
Charlie said I got an IKEA bed. Charlie, you cold for that, Charlie. You
That's what
cold.
I'm
All
saying.
y'all cold thinking I got an IKEA bed. Look, listen, y'all. I'll admit I ain't got the state of, put it this way. For mattresses, I got a nice little Toyota Camry. You feel me? It's clean. It can get a lot of miles on it.
Are you the type
It's dependable.
you like your mattress soft or hard?
Soft. No, but look, I need it a little firm. But look, y'all. I know I need an upgrade. You feel me? I do. I knew we got to get that upgrade. I got a nice Toyota Camry. It's clean. and you know the Toyota Camry, they got the smell, the air freshener there. You got the black ice.
It's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock, G. Don't forget about me. Don't forget about me.
TJLN says, "What's up, y'all? I still don't feel right about the way Pete went out. I hope he continues coaching and wins another Super Bowl. G, lay off KJ's stank floor, and KJ, leave G's paranormal looking feet alone."
Money Mike, one more time, Money Mike. Show them paranormal feet. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Jesus. I'm gonna go to sleep thinking about this. I'm gonna go to sleep thinking about toenails crawling on my damn face.
We got 5 more. 5 more. Mohammed says, KJ, I was rewatching Kyle Shanahan's Falcons going 92 yards on us to win the game. Man, Ben Johnson reminded me of young Shanahan.
Which game you watch, Muhammad? Which game did you watch? I played Kyle Shanahan a lot of times. You talking about when I played, or you talking about this past season? When did Kyle Shanahan go 92 on us to win the game?
By the way, Kilpie said, after KJ said when he asked that soft or hard on the mattress part, he said he thought it was going to be a long pause. Brothers DM says, grade the last draft. I don't think John called the shots.
The draft last year was an A.
I thought the draft was great last year. What are you talking about? Devin Witherspoon? I mean, hello? Devin Witherspoon, JSN, first round?
It's Spoon, JSN. Who is after them? Buddy from Auburn, Zach Charbonnet.
Derek Hall is in there.
Now I'm going to go and say a B+.
Okay. Next one. Danny McCormick. Did Ben Johnson's game plan today move you for head coach?
I'm not opposed to it. I'm really not opposed to it. I'm still standing firm with my guy. Y'all, stop trying to waver me. I'm standing firm. Stop trying to waver me. But I won't be mad. Oh my God, they on my ass today. No way you want DQ after the D got put in a blender. Mike McDonald, Raven DC, Ben, Lions OC, Slowick, Texans OC. See, y'all so reactionary. Just because the CJ Stroud went off, just because the Lions win, y'all think they the best thing since sliced bread. Come on, y'all.
I can't. Caesar shouldn't have typed that like that, though.
Who heard of Slowick name before yesterday? Who heard of this man's Slowick name before yesterday? Nobody heard his name. I never heard of Texas OC before yesterday. On the channel ESPN. Y'all cut that out.
But Caesar didn't have to type it like that, though. Caesar, you wrong for that. We got one more.
Last question. I don't be so tired in the morning.
Ilyas Ibrahim says, is it me, or does it seem like the Seattle Seahawks never are aggressive in the free agent market like the Eagles? The Eagles always sign in superstars, but the Seahawks never seem aggressive. I will say this about the Eagles. If the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, that might have been every week it was somebody different.
He went all in. All in. Kevin Byard. Got A.J. Brown. He getting new linebackers, new D. Yeah. They got to win the Super Bowl this year. Or they going to look at, come draft time, he going to have 2 picks in the draft. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation, Danny.
Okay. Well, that's it, KJ. Bruh. You got to get up out of here.
We on next Sunday.
Okay, man. Hey, man, safe travels. Always appreciate you, bro. We got everything out the way.
Yeah.
We covered it all.
Hey,
safe travels.
It's crazy how we could just keep going. Hey, appreciate y'all for joining us. We're gonna be back next Sunday for the divisional round of the playoffs. We may have a new coach by then, we may not, we'll see. But
KJ,
much love to y'all.
let me get 10 grand, bro, so I can go buy a bed.
I really don't have it. My new thing when people ask me for money is I don't have a job. I don't have a job. You can't ask a person without a job for money.
Has it been working?
I ain't getting no money out.
I mean,
No money out.
but it works though. Like when you
Yeah.
tell people I ain't got no
And
job.
plus, if you try to press me saying, "Yo, you got money," then I ain't got it.
Somebody said, Ben Ross said, do a GoFundMe for the bed. Let me tell y'all something. If you ever see me do a GoFundMe for a bed, I want y'all to don't donate nothing. That I must be on
It's
something.
spam.
Yeah, it's spam. I ain't never doing that. KJ, good night, brother. Talk soon.
Good night.
Man.
Appreciate y'all joining us. We'll see y'all next week. Much love to you.